Before you drive your 2026 Honda Pilot another day, there are a few things you'll probably want to see. No matter which trim you chose, there are new built-in features now available across the lineup, and some of them are easy to overlook at first. We're talking smart driver profiles, built-in Google apps, intuitive voice commands, and more features that truly make everyday driving easier. A few of these are tucked away just enough that you might not notice them right away. So let's unlock your Pilot and make sure you're getting the most out of everything you paid for. One of the first things you'll notice when you sit inside the 2026 Honda Pilot is that the fully digital instrument cluster is no longer a luxury feature because it now comes standard on every trim, including the base Sport, which just last year on the 2025 model was something you only got on the top-of-the-line Elite. And Honda didn't just give you a screen, but real control. Since using the right steering wheel roller, you can go into Gauge Display Settings, press the roller in to make a selection, scroll to Gauge Design, and pick from different layouts to match your style. While on the left side, the left roller lets you cycle through audio sources, and by going into Customize Display and Hide/Show pages, you can remove the ones you never use, so you only see what actually matters, which is exactly the kind of small but smart detail that makes the Pilot feel personal instead of generic.
Think the 2026 Honda Pilot screen is just for maps and music? It's a lot more than that. With the built-in Google system, you can download apps straight from the Google Play Store and use them right in the vehicle. Open the Play Store on the dash, and you'll see apps made for in-car use. Some of the best ones include Spotify, Waze, Audible, HBO, Peacock, and Prime Video. Yes, video apps really work. As long as the Pilot is in park, you can watch movies or shows on the display. Perfect when you're waiting in the car or trying to finish an episode.
To download apps from the Google Play Store, you'll first need to sign in to your Google account.
Scan the QR code with your phone or type your Google login on the screen. Once you're in, tap Download on any app and it shows up on your home screen. By default, it lands at the end of your home screen or in an empty spot, but you can press and hold it and move it anywhere you want, even to another page for easier access. You can even pin it to the shortcut bar on the left for faster access. Just press and hold an empty spot on the bar, choose the app you want, and it'll always be right at your fingertips. Not every app makes the cut though. At the time I filmed this, neither Netflix nor SiriusXM was available. So if you're a satellite radio fan, you'll still need Android Auto or Apple CarPlay. Stay tuned for a future episode on Netflix, where I'll show you how to access it right on your screen. After spending some time with the 2022 Passport, I always wished it could remember more than just my seat position. Well, the latest Pilot delivers exactly that, and then some. Now, it's not just about seat and mirror memory anymore. The Pilot comes with driver profiles, and they're seriously powerful. Each driver profile can save a lot of things to make the Pilot feel completely yours. On every trim, each profile remembers your preferred display layout, any apps you've downloaded, and login data, so you and your spouse don't have to keep signing in and out. It also stores your audio and phone settings, climate preferences, and even the instrument cluster layout. On EXL trim and above, which have driver's memory seats and side mirrors, it also remembers 2 seat positions and side mirror angles. In short, it keeps the car set up exactly the way you like it, every single time you get behind the wheel.
Here's how it works in real life. My wife might be the first driver. She likes the round instrument cluster, HBO Max, Waze, and Pandora front and center, Android Auto exactly where she wants it, and her seat saved as position 1 with mine as 2. When I switch to my profile, everything changes instantly. My seat moves to position 1, hers slides to 2, Prime Video, Audible, and Spotify are ready to go, Apple CarPlay fires up, the cluster switches to my bar-style layout, and the cabin cools to my preferred temperature. Even the cluster remembers what I had displayed last, like a map, while she might have left it showing fuel range. Navigation resumes right where I left off. Switching back to her profile? Just as seamless. Seat and mirrors slide into her preferred spots. The cabin warms up, the classy round cluster appears, Android Auto pops up exactly where she likes it, and she's immediately logged back into all her apps, so everything is right where she left it.
If you go to the Profiles page, then Manage Profiles, and open Profiles and Accounts,
you can rename your profile. But if you go to Profile Settings, tap Manage Profile, and open Manage Other Profiles, that's where things get really interesting.
This is where you decide what other profiles are allowed to do, like installing or deleting apps, making calls, receiving messages, or even giving someone admin access, which, by default, belongs to the first owner's profile. It's especially useful if you have a teenage driver in the house and don't want them getting distracted with a connected phone while driving.
If you go to the Profiles page, tap Manage Profile, and select Security Settings, you can even set up a PIN lock to protect the main admin account, so no one else can mess with your settings. One thing I do wish Honda added is the ability to change the profile color or add a small avatar. It would make it even easier to tell profiles apart at a glance. Hopefully that's something we'll see in a future software update from Honda.
One last thing. These profiles aren't permanently tied to the key fobs, since you can have more driver profiles than keys. What the key actually does is tell the pilot whether to use seat memory 1 or 2, while the profile on the screen decides whose settings get loaded. So when you unlock the door, the pilot looks at which key you used, loads the last profile linked to that key, and then moves the seat to that profile's matching memory position. And if a different driver grabs the same key next time, the car simply asks which profile to use before anything moves, making it easy to keep everything feeling personal no matter who's behind the wheel.
If you've learned something new so far, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe to help the channel grow. If you like keeping your eyes on the road, but still want to follow your route, the Pilot has you covered. Google Maps can show turn-by-turn directions right on the instrument cluster, so you don't have to keep glancing over at the center screen. Just scroll through the menus using the right side steering wheel controls, land on the navigation page, and you're set.
Even better, you don't even need to enter a destination to see the map.
You can keep it on the screen just to know where you are. Once you're signed into your Google account, your saved places like home, work, and recent destinations show up automatically. And if you haven't added your home or work yet, it's simple. Tap the small settings icon in the top left corner, scroll down to Edit Home or Work, enter your address, and you're all set. And if you're running navigation from your phone instead, the system still has your back. Turn-by-turn directions from Apple CarPlay or Android Auto appear right on the side of the cluster, giving you quick glances without taking your eyes off the road.
One of the standout features of the new Pilot is its built-in Google system. It lets you control a lot without taking your hands off the wheel. Just say, "Okay Google," press the talk button on the steering wheel, or tap the mic icon or Google Assistant app on the screen, and you're good to go. You can check the weather, adjust the cabin temperature, or get directions without touching a single button. For example, set the temperature to 65 degrees. What's the weather tomorrow in Gloucester, Virginia?
Tomorrow in Gloucester Courthouse it'll be cloudy, with a high of 49 and a low of 19.
Take me to a local coffee shop.
There's Elite Coffee and Lounge 1.4 miles away. Want to navigate there?
It can even answer something like, "What is Bayern Munich's next game?"
Bayern Munich's next game is on Saturday at 9:30 a.m. when they will be playing Eintracht Frankfurt.
And here's a helpful tip. Press and hold the talk button, and your phone's voice assistant takes over instead. In my case, that means Siri jumps in, just like saying, "Hey Siri" on my iPhone.
Before the full episode on the Pilot drops, let me know down in the comments which other tips and tricks you'd like me to cover next.